Extraction ready. The Dark Zone sure does look freaking hectic, doesn't it? Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie with Overworld Games, and we've got some brand new gameplay impressions from the Toronto Expo, and then also PAX. But Robbie, what happened to that August 27th reveal? So we will be going over that briefly. It is going to be about the survival book called Tom Clancy The Division, New York Lab. So yes, we will be talking about that, but also I am not neglecting your guys' top comments. I'm going to be going over your top comments later on, so look forward to that. You guys leave some awesome comments. By all means, leave a comment or two down below about what you think of this video, and it may appear right here on the screen. So guys, let's dive straight into the news. Let's do this. So my question is, are you going to be the asshole of the group and betray everyone, or are you going to stick with your team till the end? Look at all those body bags. It must smell really good in the Dark Zone. Hopefully your gas mask can filter out those awful smells when you venture into the Dark Zone. But we're going over some players who actually ventured to Toronto Expo and PAX and actually had the chance to play the game. They give their updated impressions about the gameplay and their overall experience. And we're going to start out with Abby Delta, I believe it is, yes, who played the game at Fan Expo Toronto. And he goes on to say, I played one 20-minute session where it was 3 versus 3 versus 3 in the Dark Zone. We did a weapon extraction with enemy AI initially around there, but were killed off. Going rogue by killing other players makes for a longer respawn. I also noticed that it took a lot of damage to kill people to the point where you had to use all of your grenades and pump 8 shoddy rounds into their head to kill them. Overall, the game was fun, but no team extracted the item M60E4 in the 20-minute limit. That also happened to me. I wasn't able to successfully extract anything, damn it. But he goes on to say, after playing the game, we all received a beta code though. Feel free to ask if you have some questions. Oh, do we ever have some questions? But here, you know, he does go on to say that it seemed to take way too long to kill other players. That's also my sentiment when playing the game. That's what I come away from it the most. That's the biggest problem right now with the Division. It just takes way too long to kill anyone. I think it took me a good magazine and a half to kill someone. I had to reload. They took cover, which, you know, it's sort of cool if you do want to be able to have that opportunity to take cover. So if you are that type of player, you probably would like the longer kill time. Let me know, do you prefer longer kill times or shorter kill times? I definitely don't want anything near Call of Duty, of course. But moving on, we have further impressions. This one comes from PAX Prime. About 20 Ninjas goes on to say, this is how I felt after I played at PAX. 5 chest shots to the shotgun at close range to down someone, and around 40 bullets from the light machine gun. Health packs were also instant, had a guy's health bar down to about a pixel before he pops a health pack and heals back up instantly. This happens a lot. Now that part is interesting. I wasn't paying close attention to the health packs, but I did notice the survivability was just way too long, and I don't think anyone was really in tuned yet to using the health packs. But I think all of this will be adjusted as the game matures and releases. I imagine after the release of the game even, you will be seeing a ton of patches. And you know, another thing about patches is I do believe they keep the game fresh. You know, one moment the light machine guns may be the star weapon of the game, and then they may patch it to really have you mess around with assault rifles. Many games do that, especially Battlefield, so hopefully the same thing will be true about the Division. I think it just keeps it fresher. But he goes on to say the cover system was also a little clunky to get out of, but getting into cover was fine. Press A to get into cover, B to get out, 2 buttons to manipulate cover. They could have definitely learned lessons from Gears of War. Also, any found legendary weapons are yours no matter what, and you have unlimited tries to extract them. Kind of disappointing there isn't more value placed on those. You know, I really did like the cover system, but I did have a little bit of trouble actually getting out of it. That is something I actually personally do remember, and you know, I'm a huge Gears of War fan, so comparisons to Gears of War are okay with me. Now, about the extracting weapons part of his comment. Well, the thing about this game is I think it's going to be a lot like Destiny. I think the rarity of the weapons will rotate over time, so they will suddenly have a rare weapon on Wednesday, and this is your one chance of getting this rare weapon within the northern part of the Dark Zone by doing this mission. So I think that's what's going to make the weapons of the Dark Zone so desirable. So I think they'll also time this more to the weekends, of course, when everyone's mostly available, just like Destiny does with Xur. Xur comes out with some sort of major special weapon. Everyone's off work, or maybe they are off school, college, whatever. This is their chance to get that special weapon and come together as a community and shoot everyone in the face with said special weapon. So I think they're going to go after the same mentality with the Division. So it's sounding a lot like Destiny more and more. But that's not all. We go over here and we see another comment from Sell-Off, who goes on to say, for my taste, it took far too long on target to down somebody. I'm hoping for a hardcore game mode, or else I won't be playing much, unfortunately. Sad, seeing as this is my most anticipated title since GTA 5. When I did go away from E3, the developers were talking. Yes, we hear the biggest complaint is that kill time, but I still will play the game, of course. The hardcore game mode, now that is an interesting idea. A lot of games really do have that longevity because of a hardcore game type or server type. Because of that, you really do keep hardcore players in the game even longer and give them a lot more variety. Now, with the hardcore game mode, I think it's just going to be certain game modes that will cater to hardcore players, much like Destiny with the raids and that sort of thing. So I think the raids are going to be counting as sort of more of a hardcore experience. But I know what you're talking about. The kill time needs to really go down. That is basically the overall assessment from players that have played from all of the expos so far, that kill time is way, way too high. Now, as a group, maybe you can really reduce that kill time, but those one-on-one conflicts really need to feel, pretty intense. Like, it really matters that you need to kill this dude within a certain amount of time. I'm hoping they go after, honestly, the Destiny kill time. I think the Destiny kill time is just fine, but I have such a freaking problem with the bosses in Destiny. It takes way too long just to kill them, especially if you have like 2 players doing it or something like that. It's ridiculous. So hopefully they don't do that with bosses or something in the Division. But we'll see what happens. And again, post-launch, I imagine there will be a ton of patching to do. So the official Division Twitter tweeted out a mysterious puzzle which led to, some sort of survival page that detailed shelters in the Division, that sort of thing. You could find the full video on that in the description below, but it went on to say that there would be a reveal August 27th. This reveal ended up being the Tom Clancy The Division New York Collapse Survival Book, an interactive adventure featuring removable artifacts. So what this basically is, it's going to be a personal tale of survival. It's written before the fall of New York. New York Collapse compiles helpful tips as well as handwritten notes and accounts from a lone survivor investigating the cause of the collapse. Now, we don't know if this lone survivor will appear in the game. I'm hoping they do. Now, that would be a really cool type of crossover content. That's the sort of thing I really, really do want to see. But the more important thing about this is that it's going to uncover some of the game's secrets. So this is something that will help you with your experience in the Division. It is going to be available March 8th alongside the Division. Let me know if you guys are going to be picking it up. Of course, I will. I think I'm going to grab this one for sure, simply because it sounds interesting, and I'm curious to see if any characters do cross over from the actual game world into the book. And yes, I want to have all the tips in the world I can have from any source, including the New York Collapse. And now it is time for your top comments, so let's get straight into this. The first comment comes from Corey M, who goes on to say, would it be possible that they would put in an action where you put your hands up and surrender if you are outgunned by online players? this would be cool. This would really add a lot of diversity to the Dark Zones, especially, of course. The opportunity to be able to say, hey, we come in peace. Please do not shoot. We'd rather team up with you guys. You know, I'm still very much on the fence about this whole rogue agent thing. I was wanting to go into a group and not worry about some fool shooting me in the back of the head. I hope that, you know, eventually down the road they could perhaps have something where you can opt into a group that will never betray you or something like that. Even if it is with a bunch of random strangers, you know this group has a high rating in regards to not shooting one another. In fact, you know, mentioning ratings and stuff like that, I believe I recall hearing that you will be able to see player ratings to see if they have betrayed a lot of players and determine if it's someone you want to play with. But again, that still sounds like sort of a pain in the butt. I just want to play with players that don't want to kill each other unless it's an opposite team in the Dark Zones. Let me know what you guys still make of the whole rogue agent thing in the Division. But our next top comment comes from Cyrus Loans, who goes on to say, who else wants to see a live action series like the ones that Halo puts out? Holy cow, that would be awesome. Actually, filming for what appears to be a live action series has finished for the Division. This is going to be a high quality film as Devin Supertramp is involved, as well as another company. I can't remember what they're called, but they're very, very famous. I'm sorry, I'm blanking out right now. Collection Digital something. But yes, it's going to be extremely high quality. I cannot wait to see this one. It should hopefully release alongside the game, and we will be getting, you know, some interesting tidbits from the book, and then hopefully a very high quality TV series type mini series on YouTube to explore and enjoy. If the game turns out to be crap, then none of that really matters. But honestly, from my personal experience, the game was a total blast. There's just some minor issues in there, but if they get those narrowed down and really figure those out, I think the game's going to be a total blast. But let me know what you are making of the Division so far. Hopefully we get some brand new footage this fall. Of course we will. The Xbox One beta will be kicking off in December, just in time for Christmas. And finally, we could all hop on the Xbox One beta. Well, at least those of us that have an Xbox One in play. And then later on, we can all celebrate when the beta comes out early 2016 to all platforms. That includes the PS4, PC, and Xbox One. So guys, thank you so much for joining me once again. I will see you soon enough in the Dark Zone. You can count on it. I'm not going to be the one betraying you. Do not worry. I'm going to be a good agent. Maybe. We will see. Let me know if you're going to be the dude that's stabbing people in the back and twisting, or if you're just going to be a good agent and help everyone out and survive in New York City together. Thanks guys for watching, and stay tuned for more open world gaming goodness and of course the Division right here at Open World Games. See you later.